The next speaker is a New Yorker, he's an entrepreneur, he's an amazing thought leader, and he's Russian too. So meet Gary.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
I gotta go. Oh, no worries. You're not shooting high enough. So here at Toronto, big day. Got some media in the morning here that I'm about to do, and then we've got the Haste and Hustle conference, which is a bunch of events, speech, Q&A, lunch, and then later the pop-up for the K-Swiss launch, which we're both rocking. Tyler's not rocking it, but he's rocking other K-Swiss. I'm impressed by that. I gotta run to the, I'm going to the pop-up.
Meet us at the pop-up.
Hey guys, I have some free passes to the conference I'm speaking at. Anybody, yeah? Anybody else need a pass for the conference today? Good. Tyler, get me out of here. Thank you.
So what are the 3 most important things to keep in mind for someone who wants to build a public-facing personal brand in your mind?
Number 1, you better be a good person. Mm-hmm. You better recognize that if you have skeletons, you better own them or know that they're going to be vulnerable, because that ship has sailed. This is something I started talking about in 2008 in Crush It. It obviously is now very real because of all the stuff that's happened with the Me Too movement, which is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. That's number 1. Number 2, you have to have empathy for your audience. If you're the kind of person that gets upset that Johnny Pants 99 says you're ugly or you're stupid, you might as well close up shop now. I have empathy for people that think I'm a snake oil salesman or full of crap or not good or who knows, or I curse too much. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to have empathy because that's what allows you to move forward instead of being combative with the audience, which is your ultimate asset. Number 3, you have to respect context. The same picture does not work across Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat. And you have to have understanding of the context of the psychology of the person when they're on that platform to make the content pop and resonate. Mm-hmm. So the religion of context, not just content, is essential. The single biggest reason I maintain GaryVee is to be a doer.
Right.
I mean, to me, my personal brand is about top of the funnel awareness, but way more importantly, I'm a practitioner. I post on Instagram. Like, I reply to DMs.
Get it, you got it.
I have to, listen, you have to know what you're doing.
What's some advice you'd give to somebody that just doesn't know what they want to do right now?
Just speak your truth, right? Speak your truth, like including that you have depression, or that you don't know what you're doing, or that you're really good at cutting hair, or that you love the Smurfs. I think the truth is the biggest win, right? And I think that, for me, that is really played out in our society today. There's no more hiding. The internet is all encompassing, and nobody's gonna be able to front. Like, if you're not motivated and optimistic, motivational content's not gonna work for you. You know, if you aren't thoughtful and smart about, sports, you're not gonna win. You can only win on 2 things: the thing that you understand the best, or the thing that you're most passionate or authentic about. Those are the only 2 winning formulas. I think too many people wanna fake it till they make it, or project someone they're not, which is why 99% of people are losing.
Social media has been really big for a while. You're obviously a massive influencer. What do you think is next when it comes to brands cutting through in a very fragmented market when it comes to digital?
Voice.
All right.
I'm obsessed. I have not seen anything that reminds me of the iPhone with social networks on top of it, the way I feel about Google, Apple Pod, and Alexa. We have not felt the apps on top of the voice thing yet. In a lot of scenarios, voice is a far more effective, efficient medium to deliver information. When I'm brushing my teeth, it's better for me to listen to my day. When I'm driving, it's better for me to listen or commute. So to me, I care about communication. I'm not as I'm not bright enough or as smart as my partner in crime here to understand kind of the frameworks, the technologies, the inventions that are needed to. What I'm very good at is understanding consumer behavior and what we're gonna do with those things. And so for me, voice is emerging because of AI and technology advances by some of the biggest internet companies in the world, and that's why I'm very passionate about it. The internet's the highway. The big companies are the toll booths. You've got to pay those toll booths, but you have to be very strategic in how you pay. Facebook and Instagram and Google are great for me because I look at them as frenemies. They're places where I can get awareness, but I don't want to be at the mercy of them, which is why I'm prolific across all platforms, because I'm diversifying. Media companies should be in trouble if they put all their eggs in the Facebook bucket. That is ludicrous strategy. Where's your podcast? Where's your original show? Where's your vlog? Where's your email list? Where's your CRM? Where's your text messaging platform? I wish people understood how hard it is to have a business that does $1 million.
It's not sexy. It's so far from being sexy.
I would also add the part that I'm most concerned about, which is that it's awfully lonely. And I think most people, you have to be unbelievably strong emotionally to be able to deal with loneliness. And in a world where I think we're talking more about depression and mental health, I want to make that a bigger part of the conversation because I think it leads to a bad place. It is a very lonely sport. Because not only are you lonely and you're responsible for everything, everybody's watching and judging.
Yeah.
Your parents, your best friends, everybody. That's lonely. Hello.
How are you? Lance. First of all, nice to
Such a
meet
pleasure.
you.
How are
Thank
you?
you so much for
Hey.
Chris, we're the
Chris.
video team.
Nice
Gerard.
to meet you.
That's awesome. Do you have any music requests?
Do you have any Gunna?
What are we on Spotify right now?
Actually, I'm gonna flip it up. What about some Nipsey Hussle?
What is it?
Nipsey, N-I-P-S-E, yep, there he is. That,
What song?
Yep. That's, right there. Number 3.
Arms crossed, maybe a couple?
Oh my god.
Head on the portraits and the expressions. All right, perfect.
Being influential means that when you do something, meaning you say something, you wear something, you write something, you act on something, other people are affected by that and want to be inspired to then also do that as well or some variation thereof. So I think it's somebody who has an impact on other people at scale and influences, creates an action from their own actions. As far as what's the difference between an entrepreneur and a wantrepreneur, I mean, look, you know, entrepreneurs are cool right now. It has a moment. This is not something that we grew up with even 20 years ago. And so what's happening is like anything that's cool, rappers, athletes, or anything else, there's a lot of young people that aspire to be what is cool. Entrepreneurship is cool, which leads to a lot of people that want to become that. You know, I think there's a lot of cynicism a lot of times on the inner city of like, oh, you think the only way out is being a rapper or an athlete. I think that's happening with white America and the rest of the world right now around entrepreneurship. Everybody thinks that's their way out. Unlike a lot of other things, when you claim that you're an entrepreneur, everybody starts watching. From your parents, to your friends, to the world. And everybody will watch you fail. And you have to be very emotionally strong to deal with that loss. That is very different than getting bad grades in school. That is very different than you get fired from a job, you blame the boss. Your business fails, it's your fault, and there's no escaping it. I'm very concerned about the post game of this era of people getting into depression and even worse, which is why I'm talking about self-awareness and truths that make people uncomfortable. It's not fun for me to say that 98% of people out there aren't gonna succeed. It doesn't make me feel cool and them not cool. It's just something we need to talk about so we're prepared for the ramifications of the glorifying of the entrepreneurial journey. What up?
Hey Gary.
How are you? Good to see you.
My name's Gerald too. You get sold at home.
Things are good, bro.
What do you think of my little pod here, dude?
It's fucking awesome.
Pretty badass, isn't it?
Oh, and you have wrestling figures?
We got everything, man. This
Fucking
is
Macho Man. That's what's up.
That's what's up, homies.
Macho Man, baby.
I went to school on one of these short buses, man. I was in special ed. Got
I love it.
Learning disabilities, and now I go around and help people.
That's really fucking rad. You gotta understand, I was really selling stuff at a very young age. I'm talking first grade.
Shit.
Like even looking at this brings back memories. Like buy the bag at a discount, sell them for a quarter. You know, like, you know, so I, long before entrepreneurship was cool, you know, long before I had anybody to look up to, it was in me. In the same way that like people like sang or wrote poems, like it was deeply in me. So very early on I was like, fuck school.
I hear you.
Like I'm not gonna win at this game. You know, I was super into the social parts.
Yep.
I had a lot of friends. I loved being popular. I loved being popular with the coolest kid in school and the biggest nerd. And you know,
She's the nerd?
Nah,
She's pretty badass.
she's so fucking confident. She's the most confident person on my whole team. But you know what I mean? Like I took a lot of pride in being friendly with everybody.
Yeah.
I remember that being a big theme for me.
Empathy, right?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Are you big on empathy?
It's my superpower. I'm grateful for having so many natural talents. So for me, it's less about insecurity and I gotta prove it or stick it, though I love that and I love competition.
Yeah.
Like I wanna beat everybody. But more what's driving me is, fuck, I was gifted with the best ingredients. I better get my chef game up to make this dish. Because I was given.
I was a chef for 15 years.
So I love it, it's a great analogy. Like I've gotta get my chef game up. Like I've been given the best foie gras, the best beef from Japan and Argentina, the best vegetables, and fuck, I better make the greatest meal, because if somebody makes a better meal than me with less, because the ingredients were given.
No, I hear you.
So for me, it's about how do I keep challenging myself to become the best chef in the world? Because my DNA's off the fucking charts. My origin is fucking all time.
Love you.
Thank you, brother. Good luck to you. No worries, man. Awesome, man.
Reminder, guys, you can only line up if you have a gold bracelet. If you do not have a gold bracelet, I'm sorry, you cannot be here right now.
If you don't have a gold bracelet, what the fuck? I am gonna hope to put pressure on everybody in this room to get really self-aware really fast. I think the reason I have a happy life and things have gone well, and more importantly, forget about me being a focus group of one, everybody that I know that has happiness traces back to some incredible commitment to self-awareness. An incredible thing happens in your life when you stop bullshitting yourself. It's incredible to me that you can start a brand from zero, have a smart Instagram and Facebook strategy, sell it on Shopify Plus and Amazon, and build a real business in a year or two. That is remarkable, that is incredible, and that is what makes this era special. Let me tell you this again, and I referenced it earlier. My friends, humans will look back at this era. They will look back at this era like you are living in one of those interesting times that will be reviewed over and over and over because you lived during the era of the internet being established, of blockchain being established. This is big fucking shit. This is big fucking shit. This is printing press. This is big. This is big, 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 big. And so now what you have to do is be on the offense practically. I am so frustrated by watching all the teenagers and 20-year-olds take full advantage of this opportunity because they don't know any better, and for the 40 and 50 and 60-year-olds closing their mind without realizing that they're gonna live for the next 40 years, and this fucking land grab is for you too, and good news, old fuckers, you have experience. Fucking 42. I'm not fucking young, I'm not a baby. I just understand how good the opportunity is, and I struggle with my 46 and 59 and 60, 70-year-old friends who think, because that's how we grew up, that they're getting to the end of the years without recognizing how much healthier we are as a race in our 70s, 80s, and 90s. You compound how fast medicine is advancing. There's the pharma, I mean, if you're 40 to 60 in this room, your numbers are gonna look like 100, 110, 100, like, what do people think is happening here? And if you're 63 in this room, room and you're living another 50 years, you're only at halftime, but when we grew up, you were towards the end. And I am imploring everybody in this room, from the youngest of fuckers in this room to the oldest of fuckers in this room, I'm imploring you to understand how incredible this is, which is the following. Ronald fucking Reagan ran the free world with a computer not as powerful as this only 5 minutes ago. Shit's happening. And you need to take advantage of your thing. And the fact that most of you are not taking advantage of this opportunity because of the insecurities that your fucked up parents or your neighborhood gave to you breaks my fucking heart. And I am completely obsessed with putting out content at scale to get people to understand that not posting on things on social media because Johnny Pants 47 said you're ugly or stupid, watching my 60-year-old friends not do things because they feel weird of the judgment of their grandkids making fun of them, that they don't understand how to use Snapchat, remind your 13-year-old granddaughter that she doesn't know jack shit about life.
Can you sign my book? I just drove from New Jersey from Toronto.
And so I really, really need people to understand what's actually happening here.
I drove from New Jersey to Toronto this weekend, 9 hours. I took back.
If you are not communicating to the world on these platforms, you're invisible. Fix it. Thank you. All right, no more. All right, one more.
You're actually the reason I dropped out of school 4 years ago, but
Aaron, real quick, are your parents here?
they weren't happy at the time, but they're pretty happy now, so it's all good.
Go fucking figure.
Anyways, in the last 4 years, my brothers and I, we built a franchise now, 7 locations actually in the city. We sell cold pressed juices, but what's been happening recently is I've been spending my time on nights on some other things.
Okay.
And I want to know how you feel about diversifying streams of income for me. I mean, other people are like, you should be putting 110% into that one thing, which I am, but
I think that you're entrepreneurial and you're curious, and even if what you're doing at night completely fails, you needed to scratch that itch, and it's 100% ROI positive.
The thing is, it's growing crazy right now.
Go figure.
So there's only so many hours in the day. I mean, I can sleep 4 every night, but at some point.
Listen, I think it comes down to, are you willing to fuck your brothers? See ya. What's up, brother? I sure can.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
What's your name?
Dave.
If you were 16, where would you go back and tell yourself?
You know, to be very frank, I would tell myself that I was right. You know, at 16, I had a very strong vision, even though it wasn't obvious, that I was an entrepreneur, I was a businessman, and that, you know, even though college and my guidance counselor were telling me I was a loser and this and that, I was focused, and I was willing to give up a lot to get to where I wanted, and I'm glad I did.
All right, that's
It's as simple as that. Nice meeting you. Thanks for coming.
How do you suggest I document and not create with, like, my life feels like kind of boring though?
Everybody's life is boring.
Yeah? So what do you suggest? Like,
just fucking do it.
All right,
like,
thank you.
Like I want to, like, this is not a joke. I want to know where you bought that.
Okay.
Like, I want to know where you bought that champion.
Yeah.
Like, that's interesting.
Downtown.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got it.
Everything's interesting.
All right.
We're all interesting to each other. We're not interesting to ourselves.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I've only been following you for about like 4 months.
Thank you.
But it's
been a great 4 months.
It's been like I read all your books, like I'm buying your shoes and got your book. It's been fantastic.
Thank you.
I hear you're a pickle guy.
I am.
These are actually from here in Hamilton, family owned and operated.
Pickles, Barney, I love pickles.
And they're kosher as well, so
I love it.
So,
thank you very much. And root beer?
And Pop Shop.
I love it.
One for Iris and you and Tyler.
Tyler,
As well, so.
Tyler, take some root beer. Thank you, brother.
Vaynerchuk fired.
You're never gonna believe this. This is real. Hey, vlog, this is real shit. Literally, yesterday in the office, I wish I said something. I walked by a Vaynerchuk 73 that I have in my office, and I said to myself, with the whole 5 thing, I'm like, it's just gonna be a moment, like any moment, somebody's gonna make me a Vaynerchuk 5. It's fucking fresh, man. I fucking love it.
I just had a couple questions. So basically, so like 2 weeks ago, like my personal life has been really good, and like my work life is really good. Like I'm a filmmaker, so like I was doing projects and stuff, but then like a bunch of stuff started happening to me, like in my personal life, and then I've been really unmotivated to like do any projects.
It's only been 2 weeks. Like, is it really bad?
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
Somebody died?
Well, like my grandma's in the hospital, and my girlfriend broke up with me, and then like.
Dude, you just need a couple of weeks. Let me tell you something, you're so young, you can't judge your life based on 2 weeks. You could be in a slump for 3 months, but then in 4 months you're back. Don't judge yourself for not being productive while you're being emotional. Put it into perspective. It's fucking 2 weeks, 3 months out of your entire life. It doesn't mean shit. So you're gonna get a better girlfriend. You're gonna like it better.
Very first book from you?
The classic.
Yes.
Iris, you were like 13 when this shit came out.
Good question. For someone who grew up with a hard childhood, how do they overcome that?
By yelling out loud the poison that was.
Okay, and other question.
The way you own it
is
by putting it out there.
Okay. All right.
It's owning you because of its secrets.
All right, thanks for that.
You understand?
Yeah.
Once you put it out, it's over. Look, this entire evening is why I'm emotional. You guys, so many of you are keeping a secret inside that's just insecurities that your mom gave you, or your dad gave you, or your older sibling gave you. A lot of you are sitting with them. Half of you are sitting with them. I met you tonight. The fact that I know that if you made a video right now and just told your truth, if you just took fucking Instagram right now, flipped it, and said it, it would change your fucking life. Your poison is your secret. You can't imagine what your secret's doing to you. You want a little airport Gary, Iris? Yeah. I mean, it's only half airport Gary, Iris. Yeah. But I already got the beanie, but I could switch to a different beanie.
I have your other one.
That's okay. All right, Iris, I'm gonna give it to you. Here we go. Number one. Guys, fucking intensity, Toronto. I fucking love your city so fucking much. I just love this fucking city. And I just want everybody to know, when you're putting out good shit comes back. Shit's so basic. Please allow me to be the permission for you to try to live your life the way you want to. Please allow me that amazing gift. If you don't do it for me, do it for Airport Gary. See ya.